This guy apparently pulled a gun on the police, and that's just totally unacceptable.
A police officer serving a warrant ends up in the hospital with a bullet wound. We can tell you tonight that officer is going to be okay. The man who apparently fired at him, though, is now dead. Local 12's Anjanette Levy was the first reporter on the scene this afternoon. She reports tonight from outside UC Medical Center.
That officer was shot in the arm and he will have to have surgery. He's here at UC Medical Center tonight as the investigation into what happened moves forward. More than a dozen police cars raced to the apartment building at 2630 Victory Parkway after an officer was shot. A suspect was killed as two officers tried to arrest him.
This was a known violent offender who had recently hurt a convenience store owner or manager, and they were trying to serve a warrant. He pulled a gun on the officers, and unfortunately one of our officers is injured.
The apartment building where the suspect lived is operated by Talbert House. People who live there receive substance abuse or mental health treatment. One resident says police told her to go back in her apartment. Then she heard about 8 gunshots. The officer's injuries are not considered serious.
He sustained a gunshot wound to the arm. Appears to be non-life-threatening at this point.
The suspect's name is not being released, but the coroner says he has been identified. She says he is an African-American man who's either 20 or 21.
What I can tell you is he has multiple gunshot wounds. I couldn't even tell you how many bullets because we're going to have to x-ray him and do an autopsy.
The people who live in the building are shaken up by what happened. Police officers and city leaders are grateful the officer wasn't more seriously hurt.
We're praying for him. We know that the officers acted appropriately.
The name of that police officer is not being released tonight, but both the police chief and the president of the police union said that they spoke with him and that he wants to thank the officers that saved his life today. He will have surgery tomorrow. Reporting at UC Medical Center, Anjanette Levy, Local 12 News.
Anjanette, thank you so much. And police say that there is no connection between this and a domestic disturbance earlier in the day. Now, police were searching that same general area for a suspect, and that forced Frederick Douglass School and Spencer Education Center to go on a lockdown just as a precaution, though. The last time a Cincinnati police officer was shot, that was back in 2015. Sonny Kim was killed as he tried to help a young man who called 911.